In setting up a simple wireless connection using your Android, what you do is to draw the curtain down, go to Hotspot. But you can see that there is data saver up here. This data saver, if it is on, your hotspot will not come on. By the time it is on, when you try to on the hotspot, it will not allow the hotspot to come on. Reasons being that data saver reduces the consumption of data to the lowest minimum, and when you are on a hotspot, it means you have sufficient data to share with another device, so it will not come on. And what happens to data saver is that it minimizes background data consumption on your device. In trying to on the hotspot, you first of all off the data saver and then turn on the hotspot by touching that hotspot icon, and then you take your curtain back and see if all the devices are recognizing your hotspot or not. But in full configuration of the hotspot, you hold the hotspot icon there, and then the next thing is to touch this Wi-Fi hotspot. Then you touch setup Wi-Fi hotspot. In the setup, you will see that there is a default network name. You can edit the name to any choice. You can see that the keypad has come up for you to key in whatever you want to name your network. You could name it your company. You could name it Campus of Technology. You could name it Digital Technologies. You could name it Binta.com. You could name it Rabiat. You could name it Moses. You could name it John. You could name it anything. Then for the password provision, there are different categories of password. The first is you can see that there is a sample here, WPA2, Wireless Personal Assistant 2 password key. You could use that one, or you could use no security at all. If you choose none, it means that anybody can log on to the Wi-Fi without any authorization, without using any password. Even 50 people could connect to your device. You may not even have a control over those people that connect to your Wi-Fi. Yes, and it is mostly used by charitable organizations, but for individual, you have to set up a password if you so wish. Yes, and then the password should be 8 digits, alphabetic, numeric, or integer, whatever data type you intend to use for your password, you can key it in. And then the next aspect of it is that you can show the password. Let me delete this password and then key in another password. And in trying to key in another password, I can actually show the password here. You can see the password. If I opt out of show password, it will conceal the password. So let me take in I will put in the password later. Then next thing is let me just put the password. Yeah. The next item here is 2.4 gigahertz band. This band, you could change it to 5 gigahertz band. It depends on the length, the coverage you want your Wi-Fi wireless to reach. If you want it to reach a very wide range, you choose 5 gigahertz band. Otherwise, if it's a normal network whereby you see 30 meters away or 70 meters away, you could set it on 2.4 gigahertz. But for better efficiency, if it is exceeding 10 meters away, it's better to use 5 gigahertz. Then you set up the number of users. Well, 1 user, 2 users, 3 users. You could restrict the number of users. You choose save. When you click on save, it will automatically set up the Wi-Fi. But I don't wish to click on save now because I want it to retain my settings. Now, apart from that, we also have the long cut. You have to start from the settings. You could go to settings, even from here, touch this settings, then through the settings you go to network and internet, then from there you go to hotspot and tethering. You can see this is the long cut, and then you now have the Wi-Fi hotspot. From this Wi-Fi network, you could touch on keep Wi-Fi hotspot on, set up Wi-Fi network, Wi-Fi hotspot. You now set it up here. Yeah, you can see we have come to the same place. This is the longer cut. Another alternative is to use, if you don't want to draw the curtain, you have to go down and go and look for where the settings icon is. See the settings icon at S. Then you can go to Wi-Fi, network and internet. Then you go to hotspot and tethering. Then Wi-Fi hotspot. Then set up Wi-Fi hotspot. Then you do the necessary configuration as earlier explained. You save. That's all. Then after setting up, you now go to the second device. Permit me to turn it off here, so that I will assume that this phone is the second device. Then I will go to my Wi-Fi here, Wi-Fi icon, and I long hold it so that I will turn it on, and it will search for the available Wi-Fi networks. So if it searches for the network, it will identify a network here. Then you just take the name that you use in the previous setting. If my own name was Virus, if your name was Binta, Rabiat, Aisha, John, Joseph, Abdul, Musa, what have you? You touch the name that is there. After that, you key in the password that you put in the other device, and then you connect. That's all. Congratulations for learning, and subscribe to our channel so that you can get more videos that are more interesting and more educative and very